Nomus are one of the best parts of My Hero Academia. What do you mean All For One made an artificial-like humanoid that can hold multiple quirks no problem? So I decided after I watched this video from Zadar to make a version of it myself. This is the movie What If Deku Was a Nomu? Oh, and this is completely unscripted by the way. If you enjoy this video, please consider leaving a like. With that said, sit back and enjoy. Our story begins with Deku being bullied by Bakugo just like in the original, and Bakugo saying to Izuku to jump off a building, right? Deku thinks about it. He says like, Bakugo might be right. What is a quirkless person like me is going to do in this world? And he considers it and goes to pick up his notebook, right? He thinks about it for like a minute, and he does go up to his school's top floor, right? The top floor. He looks down, he thinks about it, and he says, no, I'm not gonna do it. He's about to leave the roof, but he slips and falls, and he's thinking, well, I guess that's it. Boom. Deku dies. Well, not really, but he's very severely injured. The next moment, Deku wakes up and he sees a lot of monsters around him and a doctor experimenting on him. And he thinks, what's going on? What is this place? Where am I? Why am I here? Who am I? And he's having a crisis because he cannot remember anything, right? A second later, basically, the doctor turns around and he sees that he's woken up, and he says, stand up. Deku jumps off the operating table, and he's like, who am I? What is this place? And the doctor says, what's happening? I thought I erased your existence, basically. I erased your mind. You should be doing whatever I tell you to do. Who are you? Deku says, right? He's panicking a whole lot right now because he's confused. Who is he? He has no memories of himself, no memories of anything really, and he's suddenly just existing, basically. That's how he feels. He just appeared out of nowhere. He knows nothing, and the doctor tries to call him down, calm down, your name is Izuku Midori, and blah 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 blah. But Izuku's what? You made me a monster? You give me a quirk, but you made me a monster? What the fuck do you mean? And he gets fucking mad as shit and just punches the fuck out of the doctor, right? He can't do shit. The doctor can't do shit, right? He just punches the shit out of the doctor, 20 punches a second, basically. The doctor's face is so obliterated that you could not fucking see. You cannot say that's the doctor. Any amount of fucking healing wouldn't heal that, basically. Finally, Izuku calms down and shit. He understands what he did, basically, right? He understands what he did. He punched the doctor so fucking hard that bro died. Bro fucking died. He couldn't handle that shit. And Izuku is even more crazy right now. He's saying, what? I killed him? How? And he's going crazy. He sees a window on the roof, right? He sees a window on the roof. He tries to leave. He says he commands himself to leave, and he basically jumps off the building and lands on the roof, breaking the window. And yeah, he jumps off the building and onto the roof, and then he fucking ninja jumps off the fucking roofs, right? He escapes that facility, and before even All For One comes, before All For One comes to see the doctor and shit and what he's doing, right? Now Deku gets some information after he killed the doctor, right? after the doctor died, Deku gets some information about the quirks that he got, right? Now, the doctor gave him that quirk because like he wanted to make a perfect Nomu, kind of like the USJ Nomu, but like a million times better, or like the Nomu that fought against Endeavor, where it had kind of a personality in it again. It was basically that project, but like way better for some reason. Like he was just able to do it way better than that time, and the doctor just gave him that quirk, to say it like that. He gave Izuku that quirk just for him to understand how to use his powers, at least for to a basic level, or like a basic to like mediocre level, yeah, right? So that he could use them well and like serve all for one. Very good, right? Like oh, fuck, I don't know English, do I? Yeah. So after Izuku like ninja jumps off the roofs and shit, he like sees, I don't know, like 2 kilometers away, right? He has very good eyes, let's say. He was completely like modified to the point where he is 10 times stronger, I would say, like than the original Deku would be physically. And like his eyes, for example, or all his senses are like multiplied by 5 because of a quirk that he has. He has like a fucking sense multiplication quirk or something. Yeah. Basically, he sees like 2 kilometers away a kind of an abandoned building, and like he decides to, I guess, stay there for the moment, right? He goes there. He says like it's kind of like in good condition, right? It's not like completely broken down. It has some well enough walls, right? It's not completely fucked, is basically what I want to say, or what I'm trying to say. He like sees that there is like a mattress and a small table and a chair in the room, basically. Fuck, I don't know how to speak, bro. In the room there is basically a mattress and a chair and a table and shit, and he decides to like lay down on the mattress because like he has nothing to do. He's going kind of crazy, like he just killed a man, and he doesn't remember anything except like basically dying by jumping off the building and shit. And like when Izuku like jumps on the mattress and like wants to like calm down, he tries to like use and experiment with his new quirks, because why not, right? That's the only thing he can do right now. Basically, I have a list of quirks that I have given Izuku right on a spreadsheet, like a sheet, right? And I'm just going to like tell you Izuku's quirks now, right? Basically, Izuku has a half hot, half cold, the quirk of Todoroki. He has overhaul from like overhaul, right? He has warp gate because he has warp gate. He has a muscle augmentation or something, like the muscular quirk basically. He has a quirk called form shift. It's basically a shape shifting quirk. Then I gave him a quirk called calm, basically calm, just being calm and shit. Then I gave him shock absorption, the quirk that the USJ Nomu has. Then high speed regeneration. I believe that was one of the quirks that the Nomu that fought against Endeavor had. Then I gave him power, the enhancement quirk of the same Nomu. Then I gave him Then I gave him like life force and sense up. Life force is just a quirk that increases the lifespan of the user, right? And the sense up is just the multiplication of the senses of the user, right? And because Nomu was like an experiment of the Doctor and All for One, right? He was enhanced to like a point of with not really needing quirks at that point. He was physically strong enough, as I said, like 10 times of the strength of Izuku, 10% I would say, 10% Izuku, like double that. So like 20% of One for All, he was base strength. And he has 2 strength like powers, right? He has muscle augmentation and power. Power just increases your strength, and muscle augmentation just creates muscles to get stronger, right? And that's just a fucking good like combination of like 2 power quirks, right? He's just a powerhouse at this point. Now, how the fuck does like Izuku have those quirks, right? In this timeline, overhaul. In this timeline, All For One is like kind of smarter. He kind of has like an information gathering thingy. He like is just smarter overall, and he like tries to find good quirks for his Nomus and himself and shit, and his vessel Shigaraki. And he like found out that there was like the son of Endeavor has a hybrid quirk, or like a double quirk, like a quirk in like 2 quirks in one. And he somehow, don't ask me how, he like, I don't know, like he uses an invisibility quirk or something. He just copies. He doesn't steal it because he doesn't want Endeavor on his tail. He just copies the half hot, half cold quirk of Todoroki while he was playing with the other kids, right? Because in this timeline he has time to play with the other kids and not only like get fucked by his father, like physically, you get me? He's not only training in this timeline. So yeah, overhaul, however you wanna say, I don't know. Like, I don't know why I'm so dumb, okay? Don't ask me. Overhaul, he just found out about Overhaul and his quirk racing business, I guess. Because that's around, like about the, like not a lot of time like passes from the first season to the to the Overhaul season, right? Basically, he just finds out that he has that business and shit, and he thinks, because he didn't do enough research and shit, he like thinks because of his Overhaul quirk, he can like erase people's quirks, right? Of which he maybe could, like because of the sheer of fucking overpoweredness of the quirk. Like it's literally alchemy from like Full Metal Alchemist, right? It's basically alchemy at this point, but like easier, because he just touches that shit, like it changes form and shit. He thinks that it's Overhaul's quirk and not the Ares. He doesn't suspect that little child, right? And he just copies Overhaul's quirk again because he doesn't want them on his tail because they're overpowered quirks. And then he just finds about like Muscular, and he just like recruits him earlier than you normally, right? And he just copies his quirk because he wants another subordinate with an overpowered quirk. Warp Gate, he just it's a perfect power, honestly. Like teleportation with basically no limits. Yeah, I'm going to give it to a fucking perfect being. Yes, I'm going to do it. Form shift, it's just a quality of life quirk. He just fucking found that and he gave it to Izuku. Then calm, like making the user way more calm, and like the more calmer the user is, the stronger and faster they become. Now, shock absorption, high speed regeneration, the life force, power, and sense up. He already had in his reserves, right? He like kind of duplicates the quirks and gives them to the doctor to like make the Nomus and shit. So he has multiple of those quirks and not the other quirks because he wanted to focus the power of the quirk onto Izuku, or like the Nomu that he created, the perfect Nomu. And now that I'm thinking about it, Izuku is basically perfect Cell, isn't he? It's literally a perfect being in the My Hero Academia verse, isn't he? Because he has elemental powers, he has physical abilities, he can teleport, he can manipulate matter, he can fucking destroy mountains, honestly. He is the calmest motherfucker in the universe. He can shapeshift, and he can fucking regenerate and handle a whole lot of blows. So I just made him super fucking overpowered, didn't I? Anyways, he tests out his abilities, and the first thing he tries is form shift, basically shape shifting, and he tries changing his arm into the doctor, right? Like he tries changing himself into the doctor. He just turns his arm. He just turns his arm into the doctor's arm, and it works, right? He has a human arm now because he's purple and shit. Now, like, why are the Nomus purple? Is it because their like flesh is rotten or something, or is it just a fucking aesthetic thing? Or like, is it a quirk that changes them? Because I don't get it. Why the fuck are they like blackish purple? Why not like yellow? Like yellow would be like way more fun, honestly. But I kind of get it because like black and purple are like the evil colors. Like Shigaraki wears like black on the like My Villain Academia part of the series and shit. And after that and before that, like that's what came to mind. Like at first, I don't know how to speak, bro. Yeah. Anyways, I'll stop like talking dumb shit. Okay. Now he like tests the form shift ability that he has, and while he was like coming to the house, like to his current location, right? His home for the moment, right? He saw a bird, and he saw how it was flying with its wings, and he is able to transform himself into a giant bird type of thing, like a bird human hybrid, kinda a bird Nomu hybrid to be exact. And like he turns both of his arms into wings and starts like flapping them, but he cannot really fly because he's too heavy, and somehow after a long time of remembering how the bird looks and shit, and like trying other like ways to transform, and a lot of trial and error, he finally like kind of is able to transform into a giant bird, like I don't know, like 6 feet or like 184 centimeters or something. Yeah, he transforms and he like goes out for a walk, quote unquote, for a flight with his new ability. He flies around and he like watches the people like having fun, and he thinks, why can't I have fun? Why does everyone like get the opportunity to have fun, but I have to be experimented upon? And like Izuku is kind of traumatized by him not remembering anything and like being experimented on and killing a person. So he has some mental problems for like at the moment, but over time with his qualm quirk he will get rid of them. So yeah, he like flies around with his quirk, he chills and shit, and he kind of remembers that he doesn't have any kind of money, because like he has basic knowledge of the world, but he doesn't remember his life. Basically he remembers like being almost like killed by himself, basically like jumping. He remembers like how to breathe, obviously. He remembers that there is money, there is quirks, there is heroes, like there is villains and shit, there is vigilantes, and like people are hated or something, like racism exists because it exists. And like I don't know, like what was it? Well, let me see. Was it season 7? Like the new season? Like the new season was fucking crazy, wasn't it? It fucking tackled the racism, and it said we are all humans. We're just different humans, which is facts. Damn, My Hero Academia is crazy. Wait, let me see. Yeah, season 7 was crazy as fuck. Anyways, yeah, he like remembers he doesn't have any money, and he kind of like goes crazy again, like what am I gonna do? Like, what do I do even now? Like, I am a monster, no one is going to accept me. He transforms into a human version of himself because he like suddenly gets a new information about himself. Like he seeing a little, like a boy, a 14-15 year old boy with green hair, and like like fucking stupid hair, but like kind of cool as well. He sees himself basically. He doesn't realize that it's him, but he tries to transform into him, and when he does, his hair is purplish black, like his skin color when he's a Nomu, right? His eyes turn red. For the moment, right? For the moment, his eyes are red because he's confused. He doesn't know what to do and shit. And he just chooses to like just sleep for the moment because he has too much things on his shoulders that he has to like fix and shit. He has to understand the world and who he is, because he is someone but he doesn't know who he is. So he just goes to bed, and the next day comes. He says like, okay, new day, new me. We're going to find shit out. He changes into his human form, like his human form, his Izuku form basically. He turns into that. He puts on some nice ass drip that he gets from his memory, because he remembers like small pieces of information. He like remembers maybe All Might being the #1 hero on TV. He remembers seeing some nice ass clothes that he liked as Izuku, but that's basically it. He doesn't remember himself. He puts on some nice drip and shit. He like puts a fucking completely black hoodie and shit. He puts a white t-shirt underneath that and shit, and like he goes out. He chills the fuck out, and he tries to find a job or something because he needs money. He needs money instantly, and he thinks of using his ability, like Overhaul, maybe trying to transform like wood or something into money. But he says nah, that most likely won't work. It's basically counterfeit money, and basically I don't even know if I could do that with my Overhaul ability, right? He goes out, he chills the fuck out, he goes to a park. He's like children having fun, and he's kind of happy about them like having fun, but like kind of like angry at them because he can't have fun and shit. He couldn't have fun because he's a monster now, and no one is going to like him. He thinks he has trauma. He has trauma basically, and I know I've said that 50 times in the last fucking 22 minutes, but he has trauma. Okay, he goes out. I've said that 3 times now, but yeah, he like sees the children having fun. He's happy for them, but he's also angry a bit at them because he can't have fun. And he stumbles upon a shop. That shop is a kind of like a quirked beasts shop, right? They sell like items from the quirked beasts that exist, like quirked animals. Why when I record I cannot fucking talk English? I do not know. Anyways, he like goes in, and he says, what is this shop? The shopkeeper tells him, oh, we sell items that pro heroes like sell to us at a good price, right? Like from quirked animals, quirked beasts. And Izuku asks, what do you mean you sell like items from quirked beasts, right? The shopkeeper tells him, basically what this is like the tooth of let's say like a no fuck the tooth, the horn of a horned rabbit, right? The horned rabbit has a horn growing ability of like shooting horns and shit, and like they caught that one horn and they like sold it to the guy for like $50 or something. And Izuku says, can I have a look? And the shopkeeper says, sure, no problem. Like Izuku looks around the shop, and he sees like a sword. Basically, he finds like kind of a sword type of thing. He asks the shopkeeper, what is this? And the shopkeeper tells him that is wait, let me think. that's a sword made out of the like flesh and bones and shit and blood of a quirked shark. And the shark had like an electricity type of quirk, right? He was a sea. How the fuck are they called? An electric eel. Yeah, an electric eel. He basically has. It's a fucking shark with electricity. What the fuck that shit? It's a shark with electricity. Okay. I cannot talk at this point. I do not know why, but I cannot talk. Yeah, it's a shark with electricity powers, and they made him into a sword. And he asks Izuku, "Do you want to buy it?" And Izuku says, "No, actually, I cannot afford anything right now. I don't have any money." And the shopkeeper says, "It's fine. I don't even need that sword anyways. No one is here. No one in this society is going to buy a quirked animal weapon. So you can take it, I guess." And Deku says, "Are you sure?" And the shopkeeper says, "Sure, no problem. Like, I mean, you have no money, so you might just need it. You get me?" And Deku thanks the man, and he asks him, "Anyways, how do like the heroes sell those things to you, or like how do they hunt them?" And the shopkeeper says, they go to the forest of XYZ, because I don't want to think of a name, where there are a lot of like animals, and like there is a giant ocean for some fucking reason in there, because of evolution. Okay, in a forest there is an ocean, kind of thing. Like, it's not completely an ocean, it's like it's not a fucking ocean. Okay, it's a lake or something. But there are like evolved shark type of things, and like fish and shit with like quirks, and animals there with quirks, because for some reason animals also evolved to have quirks and shit. So he like says it's that forest right there, and they just like kill the like hunt the animals, and they just go to the market and sell them to us shopkeepers, right? And Deku asks him, how, like, could I go to the forest and sell to you directly whatever I catch / hunt? And the shopkeeper says, "Sure, like, you can do that." I mean, I would be happy if you could do that, honestly, because I'm kind of on like low, like my storage is about to run out and shit. And he says, "I would be very happy to have you as my like primary source of items, if you could even do the job right?" And Deku says, "I'm going to be the best motherfucker you've ever seen, bro. Like, you're going to get the best of animals, best of quality, best of anything." Like, he tries to manipulate the guy onto giving him more money for the work that he does, right? Like, he's a manipulator motherfucker, right? And the shopkeeper says, "Sure, tomorrow could you bring me something, because I would like to replenish my stock and shit?" So yeah, Deku says like, "Sure, I can do that." Basically, Deku after that leaves with his sword. He's not going to use the sword. We're going to use the sword for something else. He puts the sword into the sheath that the shopkeeper gave him, and he just like basically leaves. He just like teleports into the forest, because I do not know how warp gate works, but let's say he can just teleport anywhere he wants. Okay, he teleports there, and he's instantly attacked by a quirked bear. The bear has like a flaming quirk, like a fire quirk, right? Deku says like, this is going to be fun, because he like wants to fight. He wants to test out his abilities, and he wants to like see what that muscle augmentation ability can really do, right? He turns back into his Nomu form, but like a bit more buff, right? He changes himself like a bit bigger to be. He wants to be a little bit bigger so that the size difference between him and the bear is not that big, right? He doesn't change himself so much, like a whole lot, just a little bit. And like how does Izuku like look like? Oh fuck, I don't know. Let's say like the body type of the Nomu that the Endeavor fights, but not the same face, like kind of a blank face, like it's just a normal human head, humanoid type of head with eyes and mouth and nose and shit, but no hair basically, just like a puppet or something. I do not like. He's supposed to be perfect. He doesn't need extra things like the buff Nomu from the USA or the other Nomu, right? He just like blank, but like overpowered the shit. He turns into a bigger version of himself, and he starts wrestling the bear, right, without using this muscle augmentation. He overpowers the bear, but not by a lot. Like he kind of puts the bear onto the ground, like pushes into the bear's like stomach. He grabs the shit out of the shit. He throws all the guts of the fucking bear to the other side of the forest. Basically, he throws that shit with more force than All Might versus the All for One, the final punch. Basically, not really, but you get the idea. He destroys the bear, and he thinks, how the fuck am I gonna carry all this? And he has an idea. Not a good idea, but it's at least an idea. He thinks, why don't I just move the bear corpse into my house, like into the building I live, because there is like 2-3 floors or something, and he lives in the third floor because that's where he landed, and he just teleports with the bear body into the first floor, like the second floor or something. He puts it there, stuffs it behind the wall or something so that people don't see it, if they see it at all. And he just goes back and finds even like a larger bear with like blue flames. He says, what the fuck? There's an evolved version of the flaming bear type of thing. And he says, fine, let's try the muscle augmentation type of, the muscle augmentation quirk, right? He activates the quirk, and his body, he doesn't activate it on his arms mostly like a muscular does. He activates it on his whole body, so his muscle size and like his size overall basically gets a giant boost. He like basically doubles in size, let's say. He wrestles the shit out of the bear, but like at the last moment before he's about to punch the shit out of the bear, he gets hit with a poison attack from behind and a flaming attack from the bear that's on the floor. He like looks back, he gets punched by the bear for some reason. I don't know why the bear would punch him, but it would. Then he gets shot with flames again. He's like fucking confused. What the fuck? This bear is intelligent as shit. And he like flies up. He doesn't fly up, but like I guess like jumps up. He assesses the situation. He like sees a lizard type of thing with poison abilities, and it's like not a like natural like poison, like snake poison type of like poison, more like the fantasy type of poison where it just fucking is a fucking blob of shit. And he assesses the situation and he says, "Ooh, this gonna be hard." Well, not really. He teleports right beside the bear, like right behind the bear. He freezes the bear. Its flames go like out, like the flames turn into zero. No flames for the bear anymore, and it cannot move right now. And then it teleports back into to the lizard and freezes that guy again, like with his half hot, half cold quirk. And he says, "This gonna be a rich, very fucking good night." basically let's say like 2-3 hours pass, and Izuku has hunted like 20 animals by that point, like, so some small, some big, like he hunted some mice that he saw, like they were interesting and shit. And when he goes home finally, right, he goes home to like sleep and sleep, I guess, and eat, most likely eat, I don't know, like, has he eaten? No. Am I gonna make him eat? No. Yeah, basically he goes home. He goes to the second floor where his storage unit is, basically, and he sees that second bear he fought. The second bear he fought, and he thinks, can I transform into that, since I was able to transform into like a bird, right? My mouth is very sore, I apologize for the My mouth is very sore. I apologize for the mispronunciation of the words. What am I doing? Yeah, because he was able to transform into the bird, he like says, why can't I just transform into the bear with like a flaming quirk that may be even better than mine? Because he did like use his fire quirk against like, I don't know, like a leaf type of monster type of thing, right? I don't know, like a monkey with leaves, okay? Like, think of Apom from like Pokemon, but like instead of a glove, it had like a glove made of leaves, basically, or like a wrecking ball made of leaves, and it could just fucking like shoot out projectiles from that. Yeah, he transforms completely, like it was easy for some reason. He transforms into the quirked bear, and he says, damn, this shit cool. He like shoots blue fire and shit. He accidentally burns like a tree from like 500 meters away or something, from a near park or something, and he says, oops, I did it again. Or something, I don't know. Yeah, anyways, he says, damn, I'm so OP right now, I might need to do that again tomorrow, to like test like the transformation ability, right, like form shift. The next day, like, I don't know, like 12 p.m. 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. 12 p.m. I apologize. 12 p.m. he goes to the shopkeeper, because that's when he opens for some reason. He goes to the shopkeeper and he opens a gate from his home to the shopkeeper's storage unit, and he leaves all the monsters. Let's call them monsters because it's way easier than animals or beasts, okay? Quirked monsters. And the shopkeeper says like, whoa, you're so good at this. How did you do that? Like, how much time did it take you? And Izuku answers, oh, well, like 3 hours to hunt like 25 animals. And like the shopkeeper is very impressed, and he says, I'm gonna pay you full price for this, because like some of them are a bit more damaged than they should be, and some of them are not completely like cleaned for the shopkeeper to sell them, but he can like do that job, so it's fine. And because of the impressive thing that Izuku has done, he's going to give him like he's going to pay him like full price, right? Basically, now the shopkeeper pays Izuku. Izuku thanks him, and he says, see you tomorrow or something. Like, I don't know if Izuku, like Izuku thinks, am I going to go today or tomorrow to the forest? Probably not. I need to test something out. He goes home, right? He teleports home because he doesn't want to walk right now. He doesn't have the willpower to walk, okay? He's just bored as fuck. He basically sees the sword that he got from the shopkeeper, right? He says, how am I going to use a sword? No one really uses a sword, right? and he thinks of the abilities that he has. Oh yeah, the quirk called Overhaul. I could just like turn it into something else, couldn't I? And Deku like tries to transform it, and after like 10-20 minutes of tinkering with the power and like the sword and transforming it, he finally was able to transform it into like a bracelet that can like wrap around his arm very well, right? It can auto wrap into his arm. And he thinks, now I got electricity powers, that's over fucking powered. And he thinks, why? Like, why am I so calm right now? Why am I so happy? Cause he's like energetic, kind of like I said he's bored, but he's like happy, and he wants to like become a hero finally, cause he still has like the heart of a hero, like All Might said Izuku had, right? He wants to save people, and he thinks, what am I going to do now though? Cause I probably need to go to school or something, cause I do have now money, but I have no information of really anything. And Izuku now decides to just not think about it, because it's too much pressure on him, right? He needs to calm down. And basically what happened is his calm quirk, or calmness, however you want to call it, okay? I'm gonna call it calm, because I named it calm, okay? His quirk calm basically has calmed him down and like has made him more happy than he used to be. And now he just like feels better about himself and about everything, right? In like 2-3 days he was able to overcome the trauma that he got. Now for the next, let's say like 4 months, Izuku is going to 2 or 3 days of the week is going to hunt in the forest and like find out about new species and like hunt them and sell them to the shopkeeper and get some money. He finally like is able to buy some normal food to like eat. He goes to like a McDonald's or something. He gets like, I don't know, like $100 or something. He gets $100 fucking bucks of burgers, like double cheeseburgers, like yeah, he gets 100 fucking double cheeseburgers, let's say, okay? He eats them in like 10 minutes. He fucking eats them in 10 minutes. 100 burgers in 10 minutes, bro. Like, bro is crazy with the food. Bro's crazier than Goku and Luffy combined, okay? He can eat food faster than Nico Caro avocado, okay? And basically Deku can eat that much because he's a modified human, basically. You could call him like a fucking android, not an android, like a Frankenstein type of monster, you could call him, because he's a kind of a special case, you could say, of which he is really. He was basically, his stomach was enhanced with a kind of semi type of quirk of like being able to like eat things faster, or like digest things faster, so Izuku can eat more, of which is not really a quirk, but it's an enhancement of his stomach and shit. Another enhancement that he got from like being a Nomu was basically better heart, a way better heart. Like he gets blood to his like body parts like way faster than a normal human, like let's say like 5-6 times faster, and his body can handle it, obviously. And also he has gotten like better lungs, so he can like I don't know, like do the Demon Slayer thing of like breathing and being overpowered, but like who's going to do that? Like no one. So let's say he just uses it to like do kind of a super breath, like taking in air, like blowing it out like in a high pressure rate, right? And now Izuku basically like goes home after selling his things, his like loot, to the shopkeeper, and he says, now I can finally like buy a house after like 4 months of hunting beasts, because the shopkeeper has like told the market society, I guess, like I don't know, the market association, that there is a very 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 good beast hunter, I guess let's call them a beast hunter, a very very good one, that can like get 30 monsters in 2 hours basically, and not like small fries, but like the overpowered ones, where pro heroes have like some kind of difficulty like fighting them and hunting them, right? And basically in those 4 months, let's say like a month passes from like the original encounter with the shopkeeper, basically Izuku has been selling to like 20 or 30 shopkeepers now, and business is booming for him and them, because he's been hunting some overpowered type of animals, like let's say like a turtle with like high defense, like a very very defensive turtle, like its turtle shell is fucking overpowered. And now Izuku's like buys a house for himself, because he can do that, and because he can just transform into like an adult person and just buy a house, you get me? I know that's not how it works, but like let's say it does. He basically buys a house for himself. It's like a 3-bedroom house. Like it's a good price. It like hurt a bit to like buy it. It costs kind of a lot, but it is very good because like it's big as shit, and it has like a basement and shit, right? And right now Izuku goes on the highest spending, like he spends more than Shaq did at once on Walmart. Basically he like spends like 100k, like 100 fucking k on furniture, on everything, and buying it from like a small town shop basically, because he doesn't want to support the big guys, right? I don't know why he wouldn't, but like yeah, facts. Yeah, anyways, okay, now Deku has bought a house, Deku has money, Deku has like trained with his powers. What can he do now? He's going to obviously be a vigilante. He has 6 months until the UA entrance exam, right? He goes around town when it's night and shit, and he hunts down, in like quote unquote hunts down villains, and like ties them up with like ice. Like he freezes their hands basically behind their back so that they can do shit, and like he goes to the police station and like leaves them there basically, and he lets the police do like their thing, right? Now let's say like 2 months passed of him like doing that, and there is one night where he encounters a person, not a villain, but kind of like an anti-hero kinda. His name is Eraserhead. Basically Eraserhead catches let's call him am I gonna give him like a vigilante name like Izuku? Do we give him a name, or like do we just keep him like Izuku and Deku and shit? We gonna call him Nomu. People call him Nomu, okay? Basically Aizawa Eraserhead catches basically Izuku / Nomu / Deku hunting down villains, and like putting them like right beside the police station for them to get caught, right? Because in the past like month or two there have been a whole lot of like villains being caught at night with like being frozen with the frozen hands and shit, and he's been like trying to hunt down the person who's doing that, because they're most likely not a hero, because there has not been like a record of those villains being captured by a hero, and he's been trying to hunt the guy down, right? There is one night after like 2 months where Aizawa finally catches him in the act of helping people, right? Because it's bad to help people without a license. And Aizawa sees a buff guy with like giant arms and muscles coming out of his arms, basically, hunting down a person who is like robbing a woman, right? He's like stole her purse, and he's like running after him, and he easily catches him. He like gives the purse back to the woman, and he like knocks out the thief and freezes his hands and like jumps on the buildings and like puts him right beside the police station, right, for the police to do their thing. Now Eraserhead sees that, and he says, that's the guy I'm looking for. 100% that's him. So Eraserhead like follows him, right? He, after like Izuku leaves the police station, he interacts with Izuku. I don't know how to say it otherwise. And basically, I need a breather, bro. Yeah. Anyways, he like interacts with Izuku. He asks him. He confronts Izuku. That was the word. Fuck, I'm dumb. He confronts Izuku. He says, "Are you the anti-hero? Not the anti-hero. The vigilante that has been capturing villains left and right and left and right and left and right at night for the last 2 months?" And Izuku says, "What about it?" And yeah, Eraserhead says like, "I'ma have to put you to jail." Well, Izuku says, "You can't do that. You're not going to stop someone because they don't have a license to help people. Your fucking job is to help people. So if you stop me from helping people and you just stop the guy who helps people, you're just another fucking villain. So stop being a fucking stick in the butt and just let me do my job, okay?" And like Eraserhead is taken back, like he says, what the fuck are you talking about? You're doing shit illegally." I mean, yeah, I am doing it illegally, but 20-30 years ago it was illegal and people were saving people because the society was crazy. But now when I am doing it and I am saving hundreds of people every night, I am the problem, right? And like Eraserhead says, "Put your hands up, right? We gon' fight." And like Eraserhead's like activates his quirk against Izuku. And like Izuku is like confused. Do you think that's going to do something? Like Izuku says. I mean, Eraserhead says now, right? I mean, I'm supposed to like deactivate your quirk, so you can't do shit. Do you think, Eraserhead, that I'm not physically strong by myself? Do you think I beat the shit out of villains on the daily by just using my quirk? Obviously not. I have trained for this time, bro. I have trained for this shit. And like Izuku starts fighting the shit out of Eraserhead, right? Even without a quirk or 9 quirks or something. Wait, let me count, okay? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 9 quirks. Even with 9 point something quirks because of the modifications and shit, he is physically strong with modifications basically. And like Eraserhead and Izuku start fighting. Like they start boxing and shit, they start kickboxing, they start Muay Thaiing, they start karateing and shit, like switching fighting styles like every second basically. But like Deku is just too strong for the guy. He's basically 20% one for all Deku, plus like 2-3% maybe, like 23% let's say, okay? So he's overpowered without a quirk. He's physically too fucking strong at this point, right? And while he uses power and muscle augmentation, he's like 50-60% of one for all strength, right? And if he like pushes the power if he pushes the power of his quirks to like the limit, he can go up to like, let's say 76% of one for all. So that's how basically how strong Izuku physically is, right? Max power basically right now. So, yeah, Izuku beats the shit out of Eraserhead. He does not like kill him, but he does leave him injured. He takes him, like, he picks him up, he puts him on his shoulder, yeah. He puts him on his shoulder, and he leaves him right outside the police station, because that I guess it was a habit. He meant to like leave him right outside the hospital, but he kind of accidentally like went to the police station. Yeah, and basically he goes to sleep because he's too fucking tired at this point. Like, a hero trying to hunt him down for saving people, and two motherfuckers like trying to steal purses and shit. He's too tired, so he goes to sleep. And then the next day comes. He's like going out, he's like chilling the fuck out, he's going to the city, and he sees kind of like in a television of a shop, I guess. He sees like that it says, in 4 months there will be the UA entrance exam, so every kid, every child, you should prepare because you are going to be the next heroes, and something like that, right? And Izuku is excited a bit, because for like half a year, like 8 months, he has not gone to school because he doesn't have a life, really. He doesn't have an identity outside of Nomu and the name Izuku that he remembers. He just remembers the name Nomu because that's what they gave him as like a nickname, and his name Izuku that the doctor told him. Now, what's going on? What's going to happen now? Izuku is going to somewhat stop like being a vigilante because he doesn't want to get fucked up and shit by the heroes, and he said that was too much for me, like let's just chill out, I don't want to be fucked up by the heroes. And he just starts training with his squad and starts like reading books with help of the shopkeeper, the original shopkeeper, like teaching him because he doesn't know shit. Basically he learns kind of advanced math, let's say like advanced Japanese and shit. He learns some history of the world and shit. He learns biology, like the usual shit. He like learns it quite well because he's physically advanced. His brain is way fucking better at absorbing information than a normal person. Damn, that was crazy. And he like learns very quick. He trains with his powers, and then finally the day of the UA entrance exam comes, right? He's very hyped. He like dresses up in casual wear because he doesn't wanna like fuck up his good clothes, even if he could buy more theoretically. Yeah, he goes out to UA. He's walking out with his drip. He's like good ass like $500 type shit shoes. He's like $1,000 fucking t-shirt for some reason. Some baggy pants and shit. And everyone's like looking at him. They say, damn, he looks good. He gonna be a good hero most likely. Damn, he looks so proud of shit. And like everyone is glazing him. He like walks up to the UA. He enters, and he finishes. He's like starts and finishes the written exam, right? He gets like above average scores. He gets about 80%, let's say. 80% out of 100, right? He gets 80% on the written test, and he goes to the hall, or like the classroom type of thing, where like President Mike explains the robots. President Mike says there are 4 types of robots. The 1-pointer, where it gives you 1 point, and it's the weakest of the 4. The 2-pointer, of which it's faster and stronger than the 1-pointer, and it gives 2 points. The 3-pointer, it gives 3 points and way stronger. And then there is the 0-pointer. If you do find that the 0-pointer, you better run away because he's just too like strong, and he doesn't give any points. So there is no reason for you to fight him, basically. And Izuku is like interested, right? He's instantly interested. Yeah, he like says, that seems very big, and I wanna fight it, cause he's like kind of a battle junkie, like a little bit, not a lot, but like he kind of gets a bit of Goku in him. He like wants to fight, he wants to be strong, he wants to have a good life, and he's starting to do that, but he just wants to have more. You get me? So they all go to their prospective test area. Basically, Deku is test area A, and Bakugo is B. But like, Bakugo doesn't even know that Izuku is going to the school, and he's most likely not going. Like, no, he's going to understand like that looks kind of like Izuku, but because of the like purple-ish black hair and like the red eyes that kind of like turned purple. Like after a while of like training, he noticed that his eyes in like the human form have turned purple, and he's like questioning why that happened, but he doesn't know, so he just like doesn't really like think about it. Okay, basically, yeah, the Deku like goes up to the training area, like the test area, and President Mike like says, there are no counters in a real battle. Go, go, go! And like everyone runs into the area to like defeat the robots as fast as possible to get as many points, right? That's what I would do probably. But like Izuku chills out. He like waits a bit for the other people to get the points, because he knows he can just destroy every single one of the robots instantly if he wanted to. So he like waits a minute or two, and then he just blitzes past everyone. He like destroys monster. He destroys a robot like left and right. He like activates the warp gate. He teleports above the monsters. He picks them up. He teleports to like the height limit of Minecraft basically, and he drops them. They take like 200 hearts of fall damage, bro. They get destroyed. Like he mostly like targets one pointers, so like because he's like kinda a good guy, he wants to like take the least amount of points if he can do it, but he wants to show off that he's strong basically. And he doesn't use every single one of his quirks because he doesn't want to like get found out, I guess, like get snitched. He doesn't want to snitch himself out, okay? So he uses warp gate, and he uses his supernatural strength, right? Basically, he teleports to like every single one pointer and like beats the shit out of them until they get destroyed completely. And like after like 10 minutes of the test, he suddenly hears a loud sound, right? He's feeling some vibrations, but they don't really affect him like at all, because he has shock absorption. It's vibrations from the 0 pointer like walking and shit. So he says, he's finally here, my true opponent. And like he cringes to himself because he just said that out loud, and he dashes. He doesn't teleport, but he dashes to the 0 pointer. Literally imprints, not like imprints. How do you say it? Like what a spear does to a person, like, right? He like puts his hand into the 0 pointer, picks him up, like literally picks him up, teleports to the build limit, drops him down, teleports where he is and punches him again, and he's literally a fucking pancake now. The 0 pointer is a 0 pancake, not a pointer. Yeah, that was the most fun Izuku basically had in like 2 months or something. So he enjoyed it. He very much enjoyed it, even if it wasn't really a good like if it wasn't a good fight, right? He enjoyed it, even if it was easy, right? Now, basically, Uraraka did not get like trapped because Izuku instantly destroyed him. Like he didn't have the time to destroy things, right? He walked 2 steps and got destroyed. And every teacher and every student like watched him and said, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this guy? He can teleport and he's super fucking strong. Is he a hybrid quirk user or something? Is he God himself? And like they're like questioning him. They're like questioning it, and he like finally drops down. He teleports like slowly down because he doesn't wanna destroy the ground and fuck everyone up. You get me? And yeah, and everyone like surrounds him and like, what's your quirk, bro? You're so overpowered. How did you even do that? And he like answers like, oh, it's nothing. It's I can teleport and I'm super strong. That's just it. And like everyone is fanboying over him. And yeah, the teachers are very impressed as well. Or even All Might is impressed. He says that kid might just be stronger than me, honestly. He could beat me, honestly. I genuinely believe that. And yeah, the exam ends and Deku goes back to his home. He like cooks something to eat, like some pasta or something. And he just watches a Just OM video, right? He just like watches that shit. He hears that shit. He likes his voice. And yeah, he eats his food. And after a while, he plays some video games maybe. He watches some anime. And just goes to sleep. Then like a week or two later, he basically in those 2 weeks he was training with his with his high-speed regeneration, yeah, because he hasn't really gotten that injured. He's been training with his high-speed regeneration by like hurting himself and maybe like sometimes cutting off a limb or two to like test it out and like push its limits. So yeah, he's been doing that. And he's just been training, right? Then suddenly, while he was training in his backyard or like his basement, a letter comes from a UA. He opens it and All Might says, "Young man, I am very motherfucking impressed. How did you even do that, honestly? What's your fucking quirk? Because you have registered like super strength, but then you can teleport as well. Did you forget to put that on the application?" And Deku's like, oh damn, I forgot to put that in, didn't I? Or like he kind of also forgot that he only put the strength multiplication type of a power that he has. And he says, damn, I forgot about it. That's kind of bad, isn't it? But yeah, I'll just have to fix it later, I guess. And then basically All Might continues and he says, you have gotten the number 1 points. Even for some reason you went only for the 1 pointers. We did notice that. And we have realized that you are most likely the strongest human being in history, honestly. Well, they don't say that, but he most likely is. Even stronger than All for One by this point. Honestly, I believe that. I believe that he's the strongest motherfucker in his universe, okay? Just because of the fucking pure fucking skill and power of his quirks, honestly. Yeah. All Might says you have gotten the number 1 points and you have gotten 100 rescue points, which puts you in 318 points, which makes you the number 1 point gainer, I guess, the number 1 testee. I don't fucking know. The number 1 applicant. Yeah. And All Might says, young man, welcome to UA. You get me? He says that. And Deku is very fucking hyped, right? He goes out, he goes to a fancy ass restaurant with his drippy ass, Gucci ass suit and shit. He buys whatever the fuck he wants at this point because he's fucking rich. He sells his the monsters he hunts. He like steals from the villains and shit. He like got the moolah for real. And yeah, he goes out, he eats some fancy dinner to celebrate, and then he goes home. He basically just goes to sleep because that's how he calms himself sometimes. And the next day, he goes to the mirror to like get ready to go to school, right? And he notices his eyes turned a bright blue, like a very bright blue. And he says like, why is the color of my eyes always changing? It was first red, then it became purple, and now it's bright blue. Why is that happening? Could that be because of a modification they did to me, or is it one of my quirks? And he like thinks about it. He like thinks about it very well. And he like says, when my eyes were red, I was very distressed, like very psychotic maybe. And then when they turned purple, I like was chilled out a bit, I was having fun, but I still had some trauma in me. And now that I'm chill as fuck, they turned bright like blue. Could that be because of my calm skill? Like the calmer I am, the color of my eyes change? Because I have not really tried using my quirk calm. Because I like he knows what it does, and I'm going to tell you what it does if I haven't, because I don't really remember. Basically, calm makes him that the calmer he is, the faster his reaction is, the faster the faster he can think, and the stronger and faster he is basically. So the more calm he is, or the calmer he is, the stronger he becomes. So ultra instinct, but weaker. Okay. He puts those things together, and he says, it might be that the calmer I am, the more of an effect the quirk has on me. Because of the strength amplifying ability of calm, the more calm I am, right? And he says that's interesting. I might have to experiment with that. And yeah, he gets ready. He puts on some nice clothes, like nothing fancy, like just some nice clothes that he got from UA. He actually asked the people that made the clothes for UA to get a black version, because he just likes black and purple. So he has like the usual UA student feet, the UA student like uniform. Basically they have a uniform, okay? And if they don't, I don't give a fuck, they have now. Basically the UA, oh they do, yeah, no, I remember now, they do. The UA school uniform, basically he custom bought it, or like he custom ordered it for it to like be black, and his pants to be like kind of half bright, half like semi dark purple, basically not black but not light purple, somewhere in the middle. And he like got some nice ass shoes like the day before, to have like as daily shoes for school and shit. And he like gets ready and shit, and he goes to school. He goes in and he finds like, and he says, damn, this fucking door is huge as shit. Who the fuck comes to this school? And he's like impressed, like 20 feet, like I don't fucking know how much 20 feet is in centimeters. Let's say like 5 meters of height, right? And yes, I do know meters, but I do say 20 feet because I want to, okay? I just don't know the conversion. Yeah. He's very impressed by the door. He opens it because he's just strong as shit, and it's basically like pulling a feather for him. Maybe it's kind of heavy, maybe not, I do not know, but it's basically pulling a feather for him. He enters, and everyone is like, yo, it's that number one guy, the guy who got all the points and can teleport and shit. And everyone surrounds him and like, can I take a photo? Can I have your autograph? And everyone is glazing the fuck out of him. And Bakugo just looks at him and he says, he like thinks, he doesn't say. He thinks, he looks very much like Izuku. Could that be Izuku? No way. He died, but he died because of me. Like he gets like flashbacks of him being a murderer. He thinks of him being a killer, and like basically indirectly killing Izuku. Of him telling Izuku to jump off a building, basically. But he says no, that can't be. That cannot be Izuku. Izuku never had a quirk. Izuku was never this cool. And just Bakugo just leaves him alone. Then everyone is startled by a person coming into the classroom and saying, everyone put these on and come outside. Everyone like puts their gym uniforms on, and everyone sees that Izuku, let's call him Izuku Nemu, okay? his last name is Nemu, or yeah, his name is Izuku Nemu in this timeline. And yes, they suspect him, like Eraserhead suspects him of being Nemu. Did I say Nemu? I meant Nomu. He suspects him of being the vigilante Nomu, but like he doesn't really think about it. He think it's him because Nomu is way bigger than that guy, and he cannot teleport and shit. That's what he thinks. And yeah, they see that Izuku has different uniform than them, and they ask, wait, why is your uniform like black and purple? And Izuku says, oh, that's because I custom ordered it from the people that made the universe, that make the uniforms, because I like the color black and purple. I like the combination. Wait, how much did it cost? And Izuku says like 10,000. Wait, what? It costs 10,000? Are your parents rich or something? And Izuku says, well, no, I don't have parents. I actually live by myself. Oh, and everyone's like, oh, sorry for saying that, right? And Kirishima says, bro, you're so ripped. You're like a Greek god. And Izuku says, oh, thanks, I guess. Izuku like sees on the back of the room, of the changing room, right, a small guy, like I don't know, like fucking 1 meter or something, like 3 feet or something, a small fucking stupid looking motherfucker named Mineta. He's like peeking through a hole that someone made like before, and he says, hey guys, there is this hole here. Now we can see the women changing, and like doing the usual Mineta shit, right? And Izuku teleports right beside him and picks him up, and so he like turns him around, like to him looking him, both looking at each other, and says, what the fuck are you doing, you piece of little shit? Bro, leave me please, just want to see some titties. And like Izuku says, fuck no, that's disrespectful, fuck no. And like he fucking throws the shit out of him. He gets thrown to the fucking wall basically, and he bounces off the wall because his balls are not out of his body and he can bounce, I guess. But he doesn't really get any damage except of like his body like being hit a bit to the wall, because most of the hit was on his head and shit. And everyone like gets changed, and they go outside where they meet Aizawa. He suddenly throws a ball to Izuku and tells him to throw it. And Izuku says, are there any restrictions, or like can I use my quirk? You can use your quirk, but you have to stay in the circle. And if you don't stay in the circle, you're disqualified, or the shot doesn't count. And Izuku says, fine, okay then. And basically he shoots it. He fucking, like, he does a perfect form or something. He fucking goes back full form, shoots it, creates a portal right in front of the ball, and literally like puts another portal where they connect, like 2 kilometers away, right? And it fucking flies like, since it was already 2 kilometers and Izuku is as strong as All Might, maybe stronger, I would say like 5 kilometers. Yeah, it goes like 5,000 meters about. Yeah, it goes about 5,000 meters. And everyone's like impressed, bro, you're so strong. How did you even become so strong? And Izuku says, I don't know, I was just born like that. And they say, you must be lucky, bro. You're so lucky. And everyone says, then there are people like Mina and Kirishima saying, this is going to be fun. And Aizawa says, huh, you think this is going to be fun, huh? Well, whoever gets the last place in this class gets expelled, because you're saying this is going to be fun. We're not here to play games. We're here to train and for you to become heroes, not for you to have some fun. And everyone's like scared, like Mineta is shaking in his boots and shit. His balls are flying out from his head because he's shivering and shit. And like they continue with the training. They do like the push-ups, the grip strength and shit. The long jump, Izuku just like teleports. The side to side steps, I believe just Izuku would just create the like two portals or two gates and just jump into one with full speed and then just fucking go fast as fuck. I don't know if that would count honestly, but let's say it counts, okay? Then the grip, he just fucking overpowered with his powers, with his power quirk, and his physical abilities being amplified and shit for being a Nomu. Then what is there? Then there is the push-ups. Push-ups is easy. He like gets, let's say it's in like a minute. How many push-ups you can do in a minute? He does like 1,000 in 1 minute, easy, because he's fast as fuck as well. In the dash and like the running portion, he just jumps. You know, he doesn't really jump, but he goes full force with his feet. He doesn't want to like teleport even if he could. He like says, alright, I'ma not use teleport for this one. Let's just test my speed. And he runs. He's against Tenya Ida, okay? He's against Tenya Ida, and he runs 0.1 seconds. In 0.1 seconds, he clears the 50-meter dash. And like every other one, he basically gets either first or second place. I don't think he would get second place, but like maybe he could if he like messes up something. But no, he gets first place, like basically max points. Like how many points you could have gotten, he got that basically, and double maybe because he's him. He got the aura, okay? He's an aura farmer. He's the aura farmer himself. He's the aura farmer himself, okay? And the one who gets last place, because I checked that last time, it was Izuku, and then it was Mineta. So if Izuku is number 1, everyone gets dropped one place, and Mineta is last. And Mineta basically, what was that? What was that voice, bro? I'm fucking stupid. What was that, honestly? What the fuck did I just do? Anyways, Mineta jumps up to Izuku. Please, I don't wanna be expelled, please. And like he does his Mineta shit, him being a crybaby and shit. And Aizawa says no one's going to get expelled. It was just a wait for me to get you motivated. And like Momo says her thing of like, didn't you realize it? But Izuku understands that he really meant it, that the last person would get eliminated if they didn't give enough of proof that they could be good heroes, right? Or they didn't give enough showing off to their potential, of which Mineta did show very good and promising potential, right? Of him like jumping and shit, right? The side to side jumps, side steps. I don't know how it's called. Yeah, everyone gets finished with that, and everyone is glazing the fuck out of Izuku, except like, except Bakugo. Bakugo is like cool. He's not that mad at everyone. He's like a bit more of a cool guy. He's still like a fuck-ass. He's still like a fuck-ass, but like he's more of a cool guy because he has some like trauma of like a guilt, I guess, of like thinking of he killed Izuku. And basically they all go home, and Izuku just takes a bath because he's sweaty as fuck. Basically takes a bath and just goes to sleep because he has nothing to really do that day, right? For like the next week or two, he goes to school like normal. He like does his normal classes, and the next like week there is a special class he sees on the school plan, right? The class plan or something. He says there is something called hero training, and he says, "Whoa, that's gonna be so fun." He thinks, right? The next day, it's the day of the hero training class, right? They hear some like kind of heavy footsteps, right? And a man comes in, and he says, "Ha ha ha! It's me, All Might, walking through the door like a normal person." I know I kind of did a British accent, kinda, maybe, I don't know, but like, I don't know how to speak, okay, I know I've said it 50 times, but I don't know how to speak, most, like, fuck me, I guess. Yeah. He tells the students, like, everyone is hyped as fuck, because, like, it's All Might, the #1 hero, and he tells them to, he tells them that the clothes make the pros, okay? The clothes make the pros. It's very easy. If you don't got drip, you're no fucking pro. That's it. That's the wise words of All Might. The clothes make the pros. Best fucking sentence in the entirety of My Hero Academia, in my opinion. Yeah. Anyways, they all put on their like their drip, their fucking hero costumes, I guess. And what is Deku's going to be? He's not going to have that much, honestly. He's going to have like a sleeveless kind of jacket, maybe, like an overcoat kinda, like a sleeveless thing, like no sleeves type shit. Because when he does like show that he has multiple quirks other than the teleportation super strength, he's going to use the muscle one, right? The muscle augmentation, and that's most likely going to break his clothes, like either it's going to rip them off. That's most likely why Muscular doesn't wear like t-shirts or like hoodies, and he always wears like a sleeveless top, right? And he's going to have that black thing, that black coat type thing, and he's just going to wear some like purple-ish, more on black, but like it goes a bit on purple, like jogging pants, maybe like baggy pants type of thing, and some kind of like metal enforced shoes, right? Because he be kicking lately. He been training some kickboxing, some karate type shit. He just be kicking type shit. And yeah, he started training kicking mostly, because he's mostly been like punching, and he said, why don't I just kick? And yeah, he just like thinks about kicking way before than normally Izuku would, which is kind of funny, because like Izuku is supposed to be like a strategic mind. He is supposed to be like very fucking good with using a quirk, but then he doesn't fucking think of kicking instead of punching. Like what the fuck do you mean? Yeah, so everyone is like comes out to like the arena. It looks a whole lot like the testing arena that they had for like the UA entrance exam. And they like comment that, but and All Might says, yeah, that's because it's supposed to be like that. It's a replica of this place, the arena that you fought the robots, right? And All Might says, today we're going to have a 2v2 battle between heroes and villains, and everyone is like very happy. And so everyone like picks slots, like picks the numbers of which who, or like names or something. I don't remember how it goes, but like they pick the names, and Izuku is with Momo, and he's against Bakugo and Todoroki. Okay, don't like do you like fuck it. It's Bakugo because he killed him. Basically, he basically kind of was the reason that he died, and Todoroki because he's going to see that he only uses his ice, that he only uses his ice like powers, and not his fire side of powers, and he's going to try like to teach him that your powers are your powers and not someone else's. Like, because Izuku knows that, okay? Izuku knows that his powers are his own. Even if it is a replica, even if it is like practically someone else's power, he uses it for himself. So it's like normal to him. And don't really ask me because why I chose like Momo instead of Uraraka. Well, like I believe two rich people would get along very well, right? She's fucking rich of birth, and bro became rich. Bro's a fucking entrepreneur of hunting fucking beasts and people, right? like villains, not people. I mean, villains are not people, right? Because they're bad people, I guess. Not really. Fuck me. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, they are, those two are paired against Bakugo and Todoroki, and their fight starts. Izuku says to Momo, right? He says, "I'm just going to finish this. Like, no need to like fight them fairly. Honestly, I'm just going to finish this like instantly, just to be done with it, okay? And like, if that kind of breaks the rules, or if you want to do something different instead of me like instantly winning, or us instantly winning, I guess, we can do something else. But like, it's fine if you want to do that, right?" And Momo says, I guess it's fine. You can finish the exercise as fast as you want, really, because she has seen how strong Zuko was, right? Because she was like, I guess, let's say she and her dad were present, right? Because she's a rich person and her dad is fucking rich, okay? They were like watching the students, and she saw like Izuku doing that cool shit, right? Basically Izuku just teleports into the room where the bomb is, because he can just do that, okay? He touches it, and they hear from the earbuds, the thingy, the intercom, I guess, "Hero team wins," basically. All Might says, right? And then like, what the fuck just happened was like that was the reaction, like Bakugo's and Iida's reaction, like, what the fuck did just happen? Did he just fucking teleport in here and instantly win? And like basically Izuku says, "Good job, guys, you're very good villains," and leaves, right? Like he goes to the room instantly, like he goes back to Momo and teleports them to the room where they like watch the people fight, right? And All Might says, like, I cannot even believe you have that ability. How strong are you, young Nomu, I guess? Because I cannot say young Midoriya, because his name isn't Midoriya, right? Because the doctor didn't say his last name, he said his first name. He only like said his first name, so he only knew his first name, and he had to make a last name by himself. Now, what happens next? Let me think. Yeah, everyone like fights and shit. They finish, like it's the same as canon. Did I say Iida and Bakugo? I meant Bakugo and Todoroki. They didn't have any like time to react. Sorry for that. Yeah, basically a week later, it's the USJ. But basically the current day, basically. But fuck, I say basically too much. Yeah. Eraserhead, or like Aizawa, gives them permission papers for the USJ, right? And Izuku's like, who the fuck is he supposed to like sign this? I'm a fucking orphan. And Izuku and Aizawa says, I guess you can come. And like, he didn't expect an orphan that lives alone to come to UA. Like, you understand what I mean, right? It's like weird not having parents and like living alone and shit, and like being a fucking hero and going to the highest fucking school in Japan or something, or the world, right? But I mean, he's not really an orphan, Izuku. He has parents, but they're not with him, right? Like he doesn't really have parents though. That's the thing. He doesn't really have parents. He practically has, but he doesn't. You get me? Anyways, he is allowed to go and shit. And the next week they're all in the bus, right? On the bus. Why is it on the bus? I don't get it. They're on the bus, and Suyu asks a question: who is the strongest in the class? And literally everyone except like Bakugo and Todoroki, because they don't they're chill guys right now. They chill out. They kind of like hang together, like they hang out and shit,
Because they just got beaten instantly. They have trauma from about that, bruh. I know I've said like trauma like 50 times, but bear with me, okay? Anyways, everyone like instantly glazes the fuck out of Izuku that he's the strongest easily. He got the most points. He destroyed the 2 other strongest people in the class. Instantly, they couldn't do shit, and he just instantly wins anything. He does it really. And yeah, basically, what happens next is they arrive to the USJ, and they start like hearing 13's like speech about like quirks being too like dangerous, and like her quirk is so dangerous that she has to limit it with this suit and shit. Like that she can destroy a whole building if she wanted, but that would destroy also the people that she wants to save, and that quirks is very very dangerous if you don't know how to use them, blah 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 blah. When suddenly Kurogiri appears and everyone else, and Izuku says, wait, that's my power, he must be with the doctor. And yeah, he basically, Izuku, he sees Kurogiri like teleporting like he does. He teleports behind Kurogiri because he has better control of his teleportation ability than Kurogiri does, and picks him up, teleports him into the water, pushes him down, teleports back, karate chop, fuck, I hurt my fingers, karate chops Shigaraki, literally pushes him to the side, knocked out. He's like standing on a fucking stone, not standing, like he's laying on a stone, and everyone is like scared, what the fuck is happening? And he sees as a being looking like him. He like looks very similar to him, but like way dumber and shit, and like way buffer. He must be some like me. He must be an experiment like me. But it seems like he's like a monster. He doesn't have a free will. He thinks that, and he starts beating the shit out of the Nomu. The Nomu cannot do shit right now because it needs orders, and it's just getting beat on by Izuku. Like everyone, including like 13 and Aizawa, are very very like confused. What the fuck just happened? He just teleported there and he just beats the shit out of them. He's the fucking pro hero plus ultra plus, bro. What the fuck? And like they're all confused. And Izuku shouts, "Hey everyone, stay up there! I'ma finish it real quickly, okay?" And then he teleports to everyone. He knocks them out. He puts them in the center of the USA into like a pile of bodies. They're not dead, but like it's a pile of them. And basically then All Might arrives, because I guess Ida would run to like All Might to say that we're under attack, but like Izuku beats the shit out of everyone, so like just come for extra help maybe. And like All Might is, yeah, that most likely could happen. He's most likely stronger than me, he thinks. So they go and they see that every single villain was beaten the shit out of. And yeah, Izuku chills the fuck out. Every villain is beaten. They go to prison. They literally go to prison, and they like the special force of the police, where that one guy from the anime is. They imprison him into the special prison, Kurogiri and Shigaraki, because they could use their quirks and shit, and they could like escape. They could like escape and shit. So he basically just they are in prison. They cannot do shit. And All For One fucking finds out about that, and he's very fucking pissed. He like thinks it must be the fucking Nomu that killed the doctor that did that, because no one else should be able to defeat that monster and my like troops and shit and my successor. And he's mad as fuck, but he knows he can't do shit right now. Yeah, he all for one like thinks I have to like assemble a huge as powerful as team to defeat that monster, because he's too fucking strong, because he knows what quirks he gave him. Anyways, yeah, they continue with the actual like the actual class that they were supposed to do. Basically, like all of them like are good at it, except like Bakugo a bit, but like not a whole lot. And like Todoroki because he just is kind of cold, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, they do that. Izuku thinks that was most likely one of the best days that he has ever like had, honestly. Yeah, that was very fun, like beating the shit out of the villains and like then having some good class time with his classmates and shit. He like thinks, god damn, that was a good day. He goes home, he eats, he goes to sleep. Next day is school, right? Then Aizawa comes in and he tells them that in 2 months there is in 2 months, or let's say 2 weeks, okay? In 2 weeks there is the UA Sports Festival where they will be competing against the other classes and themselves to find out who's the strongest and shit. And in that like show, I guess it's a show kind of, they'll be showing the pro heroes that they are good at what they do, and that they have potential and shit, and yeah, that they are good at their thing, and that they could help the pro heroes and shit, right? The next week comes, or like in 2 weeks we start off again, and then there is the day of the sports festival, and Izuku is called to have a speech. And because of his godlike charisma and adaptability, and like him learning so fucking fast, he has the literal best fucking speech in the history of histories, okay? He has the aura of a god. Everyone fucking fanboys over the guy. He is God himself in this universe, okay? He can do whatever the fuck he wants, honestly. Yeah, everyone is like hyped as fuck. The crowd like cheers for Izuku. They want everyone else to fail and shit. They say, everyone else, you're dog shit. And yeah, then they begin. We start off with the race, like the obstacle race. Izuku just teleports. He's instantly number 1. Like he could have done that any time. He could have done that instantly, but like he waits a little bit. Like with the entrance exam, he like waits, I guess, like 20 seconds, and then he just teleports to the end. And like Aizawa and Present Mike like comment that they comment that Izuku is not even moving. He's so confident that he can win that he's not even started yet, and shit, right? And everyone is hyped as fuck. They're like, he's so aura farming right now. He teleports, he insta wins, and then we go to the Calvary battle, right? I'm not even gonna cover it. Izuku stays number 1 because why not? His team, I guess, is going to be I'm just gonna say the team, and but not gonna cover it at all. I guess let's say Momo, Kaminari, Minera, because why the fuck not? And the tentacle guy, I don't remember his name, the mutant on Civilization 7 where he has fucking aura. Yeah, anyways. Then there is the 1v1 battles, right? Izuku's first battle is against Shinso, alright? Where he has, I believe, a brainwashing quirk. So how is it going to go? I mean, most likely Izuku is just not going to say anything because he's calm as fuck, because of his calm quirk. He's like the calmest guy in the world, right? The calmest? I don't know. And he has a fucking 3 times boost to everything he does now because of his calmness. And the moment he like gets enraged, it drops down to like 1.2 or something. He like gets weaker the more mad he is, so he has to always be like chill as fuck, of which he naturally is after a while. So I don't believe Izuku would get like mad at Shinso by saying like, you have so strong of a quirk, you have it so good. But like he would just teleport up to Shinso, teleport out, like at the edge of the arena and then just drop him. And then he instantly lost, right? The next battle is against, I believe, Todoroki, and he just says, Todoroki, like he literally just has a conversation with Todoroki, right? Izuku and Todoroki speak, and Izuku says, I have a question. Aren't you the son of the number 2 hero Endeavor? And Todoroki answers, yeah, and what of it? Izuku says, then why the fuck are you not using your fire side? Huh? Like, it's like, Todoroki's like, why is he asking me this? That's because my father is a bad guy and it's his quirk and I don't want to use it. And Izuku says, what the fuck do you mean it's his quirk? His quirk is Hellfire. You have a half and half quirk. It's your ability. It might have come from his, but it's yours now. It's like saying, I don't want the heart of someone else when they fucking implant it into me. I want to die. I would rather die. That's the same thing you're saying right now. And like, Todoroki thinks about it, but like, how do you say it? Izuku intentionally did that to fuck with Todoroki because he knows about his situation with Endeavor. He kind of found out with his vigilante work about it. And he just teleports up to Todoroki, punches him, and literally Todoroki leaves a fucking imprint into the wall, okay? Now, there is the third round against Bakugo. Bakugo can't do shit, okay? He cannot do shit. But literally, Izuku just punches Bakugo, he instantly loses, done, okay? That was it. So basically Izuku wins as is number 1, then it's Bakugo, and then it's obviously Todoroki. So yeah, that was the festival, I guess, the UA Sports Festival. So now we go to the next day. The next day, Aizawa comes in, he tells to the students that I guess the choice has been met, I guess. The heroes have chosen who they want to go with and shit. Who they want to like take as an apprentice, I guess, for like that 1 week. And basically what happens is all the heroes go for Izuku. All the heroes go for Izuku. Everyone wants Izuku in their agency, and no one gets anyone else, bro. No one, not even Endeavor like goes for Todoroki. Not even Endeavor goes for Todoroki. Everyone goes for Izuku. Izuku is the number 1 motherfucker in the universe, okay? At this point, it's not even what if Izuku was a Nomu. It's what if Izuku was a god, okay? What if Izuku was so overpowered no one could fucking touch him? That's basically what's happening. But because everyone went for Izuku, they basically had to narrow down the list, and everyone else for the heroes to pick someone else because too many people and no one wanted anyone else, right? So the one that Izuku is going to be going with is Mirko, from like the rabbit hero, right? He's gonna go with her because she fights like melee and shit. She like hinds. What the fuck? She like fights with her hands, right? Like she boxes and shit. She like kickboxes and shit, right? And he likes her. He likes her a whole lot. He kind of has a crush on her. He says like, damn, she thick, right? Yeah. Izuku goes with Mirko, and basically they just like spar the first day, and Mirko just understands that he's just on another level. He might just be the strongest hero ever. So they just go on patrols, and for some reason, Mirko and Izuku have been called to Hosu City, right? It's called Hosu City, where the hero killer and all the Nomus are. Now, how are there going to be the Nomus? All for One is directly going to summon them, and he's going to go there to recruit Stain, okay? So, what happens is, basically, Izuku and Mirko go there, they start fighting Nomus, and like Izuku understands that man must be here, that the man that was with the doctor must be here, and he starts searching for him, right? He says, Mirko, I'm sorry, but I have to go help some other people right there, right? And she says, okay, go do that. So Deku basically teleports to the sky. He uses his enhanced senses and starts looking for a kind of evil looking guy, I guess, because he doesn't really know how he looks, but he did like pick a glance at like a photo of All For One that the doctor had. Like he literally had a portrait of All For One, the doctor, right? He was glazing the fuck out of it, of All For One, the doctor, right? So he did see how he looks, but he doesn't really remember it very well. So he looks around, and he finally spots him. What does he see? A fucking old man to be looking like a guy with a fucking mask covering like his face completely. He has no fucking eyes for some fucking reason, and he sees that's him. He like remembers that's him. He teleports to him. He grabs him by the throat and tells him, are you the guy that made me into this thing? And All For One says, what do you mean? Like he's kind of scared because what the fuck did just happen? What the fuck did just happen, bro? Like he's fucking confused, right? Like someone just teleported on me on like light speed, basically. Not light speed, but like very fucking fast, and just grabbed me by the throat. And now we're fucking floating. How are they floating? They're teleporting constantly. Let's say that he has so much of control of the warp gate that he can just kind of constantly teleport them to a certain place, kind of like staying into a certain place, like on the sky, staying on the sky for a longer amount of time. And Izuku de-transforms, right, from with his quirk form shift, right? He turns back into his Nomu form, and All For One looks at him, and he says, "It's you. You're the one who killed the doctor. You are my perfect creation. Come with me, my child." And Deku says, "Fuck nah. The fuck do you mean I'm coming with you? You made me into a monster with powers. I'm chill right now. I fucking like this life because I have all the powers in the world. I kind of got rid of my trauma and shit. I'm very fucking happy. I got a crush right now. Like my life is perfect, but I just want to kill you. I just want to kill you for like making me into this and having me traumatize myself, okay?" So yeah, he uses overhaul on him. He sees, no, he doesn't see, but he basically uses overhaul on him because he knows he has some kind of like quirk copying or quirk stealing ability. And he does know that his quirks are like copies of other quirks. So he knows there is an ability to replicate quirks. He uses overhaul, of which he has honed with like villains. He has honed via like using the villain's body to like enhance himself. He's like 20% stronger than he was like 7-8 months ago by just taking like strength quirks of like of villains and just just implementing it into his body itself and not as a quirk. What I mean by that is basically how does a quirk work? It's basically a superpower, right? A physical superpower. What Deku has been able to do with overhaul is fuse that superpower directly into his muscles and like into his body, not as a DNA thing or like a gene thing, but directly into the body. It's not considered a quirk at this point, it's just a physical enhancement, just making the body stronger basically. So yeah, he can just make quirks, I guess, strength or speed quirks or like mind type of quirks, directly put into his body without them being quirks, right? And yeah, he literally just steals the quirk of All For One, and he literally puts it into his body as a quirk at this time, because he cannot directly put it into his body, as I said, because it's more physical type of abilities that can be put directly into his body. Basically, think of it as a mutant type of quirk. It's basically a mutant type of quirk. Every mutant type of quirk and like an enhancement type of quirk, he can make it a mutant quirk. Okay, that's how it works. But all for one he cannot use like that. So what he does is just steal the quirk of All for One. He gets the information of it and he says, that's how you gave me all these powers. Thank you so much. But now I have to kill you. He literally, what he does is freeze him with half hot, half cold. And let me think, like he most likely just destroys the guy. But let me think, what are the powers that I gave him? For a second. Overhaul, Guard, Muscle, Mission, Calm, Shock Absorption, High Speed. Oh yeah, no, I guess he just punches him, right? He just punches him and he gets destroyed. He's starting into pieces. Now, what else happened while he was like copying the quirk? He got a fucking 50% boost to his strength and life. Because he like literally stole the fucking life force quirk, of which it literally fused with his own, and now let's call it like life energy or like chakra or something. Let's call it something like that. His quirk literally evolved, not like the quirk awakenings, more like a quirk evolution, more like putting two quirks together to make a new one that's way stronger, not the actual quirk like awakening, right? So he has like 1,000-2,000 years of life right now, and he can steal quirks and he's way fucking stronger. He literally looks down then, because he was flying in the air with All for One, and he sees a guy literally stabbing the shit out of a hero. Like he drops down, he literally holds the guy by his throat, puts him to the fucking ground, like fucking holding him to the ground. He says, what are you doing? I'm just trying to cleanse the world of evil heroes and shit like that, yeah, right? He's like it's Stain, okay? It's fucking Stain. He's trying to cleanse the world of heroes that are bad and shit. And Izuku now says, now I get what you mean. I really get it, because I have met a whole lot of fucking villains that were heroes, honestly. But you can't really just be killing any hero who wants to get money, because money is what fucking helps you live, okay? It helps you live. It helps with life. Without money you can't do shit. So I'm just gonna take your quirk, because he can't fucking move, so you have an immobilizing quirk, and I'm just going to leave you. Don't fucking touch the guy, okay? And Stain is like, what the he's bossing me around? And Izuku literally slaps the guy, slaps the shit out of the guy. He's knocked out, and he just steals his quirk. He says, ooh, that's a good immobilizing type of quirk, okay? I don't know what's wrong with me today, bro. Like, don't ask me, please. Yeah, blood curdle, I don't know. It basically leak blood equals a person cannot move for X amount of time. And because Deku is Deku, he can just like make it way fucking stronger by training it. I don't know how he would train it, more like use it more and more and more, and then maybe like find another blood type of quirk to like fuse it with, and then like, I don't know, do some shit, but I don't know. I honestly do not know what and how it would work. So yeah, just leave it up to I'm leaving it up to imagination, okay? Izuku takes the guy, puts him on his shoulder, like he did with Aizawa and all the villains and shit, and he takes him to Mirko, and he says, oh, you finished killing those two, huh? Good job. And Mirko says, I should say that to you. Who is the guy? Oh, I believe he's called like the hero killer or something. And wait, you caught the hero killer? And Mirko says, yeah, he kinda doesn't have a quirk anymore. Wait, what do you mean? I don't know, he just couldn't do shit. And like Mirko is like stunned. He like kind of Quirk got erased or something. And they like finish up. They kill all the Nomus. Izuku like observes them, and he sees that the Nomu had a quirk called Devour. Like he sees that the Nomu literally ate another fucking Nomu and it became stronger. So he says that must be like an eating type of quirk. So he copies that, he steals that shit from the Nomu, and he says, "Oh, it's called Devour. That sounds cool as fuck." And he sees that he can basically get the quirks of or like powers, I guess, of anyone or like anything he eats, basically. So he has some plans to do, or he has some things to do, right? Do you remember the first thing that Izuku ever bought or like was gifted? The sword of the shark that's like an electric eel. He still has that on, so he can use electricity type of powers, right? He has not bought anything else because he doesn't want to, but he now says, I can just eat the monsters that I hunt and just get their powers. That's so overpowered. And basically what he thinks is that's so overpowered, right? Fuck, I said that twice. Anyways, the week finishes. Ida doesn't like get crippled or doesn't die because he didn't even have the time to like find Stain. He got dealt with so fucking easily that Ida didn't have the time, okay? They go back to school. Everyone like flexes that they got to go with that hero and that hero, but they all know that the heroes fucking chose Izuku first before them, so they're all kind of like a little bit salty with Izuku, but they're all like, yeah, I get why they would do that. Anyways, like there is a point in the like story where Izuku just literally has to take his shirt off, right? After class, let's say, like after class they're all like leaving school and he has to take his shirt off for some reason. Now every single girl and guy looks at him and they are just fucking like, I don't know the word, but like dead, like damn boy, you hot as shit. Like, and every single girl wants to date Izuku, right? And even the guys want to, honestly. He's just that much of a Rizzler. Now, basically next day, every girl is on Izuku. They say, oh, can we go out to like buy things, or can we go out to a restaurant? Can you like take me out to a restaurant and shit? And Izuku says, don't worry, we can go out. And like basically Izuku like has 15 girlfriends by now, okay? Every girl on fucking class 1A and class 1B is on his fucking side and on his fucking dick, okay? They all fucking love the guy, okay? Now it's the day of like the exam, like the final exams, right? Where the students have to fight the teachers, and Izuku and let's say Momo, Izuku and Momo are paired against Aizawa because they think Izuku relies too much on his quirk, right? Like they say he relies too much on his superhuman strength quirk and his teleporting ability, and he says like that Momo is just too like non-strategic type of shit. I don't know, she's just too shy or like too non-fast thinkery, you get me? So yeah, basically Todoroki and Bakugo are going to fight All Might, and Momo and Izuku are going to fight Aizawa, because like they think that Aizawa can just cancel his quirks, which is practically true, but he has quirks like fucking implemented into his body, not as a quirk but as his body part, literally. So yeah, how strong is Izuku by this point? He's 1000% stronger than All Might times 10, 100%, bro. I would even say like he's like 28 times stronger than All Might if he fucking goes full power, maybe even 50 times, bro. That's how strong I believe fucking Izuku is at this point, like physically. Now, if All Might did get like all the quirks, maybe I would say like 40 max. But no, he's 100% like max. Like if he uses strength augmentation and power to its full limit and shit, he could easily win, right? At like he could easily like fucking win on 50 times All Might. So basically, yeah, the fight of Aizawa and Izuku and Momo starts, and Aizawa just cannot beat Izuku. That's the thing. But Izuku does hold back this time. He uses about like 5% of his strength, I would say, because like, yeah, 5% is about 5 times stronger than Aizawa could ever be. So yeah, he used 5% of his strength, and he says to Momo to like make guns and shit, or like make some distractions for Aizawa, and he will take him out and shit, like knock him out, not take him out. But yeah, they easy win. And Bakugo and Todoroki, I would say they win, but like barely. They barely win, I would say. Like a fucking hair. Like they win by a fucking hair, basically. That's how close it was. Because Bakugo still like kind of goes for like the direct approach, but because of like Todoroki like using his flames and his eyes to stop All Might, and he was practically made to be stronger than All Might by his father, he was able to stop him for a bit, and they won. So yeah, like another thing that practically Deku could have done is just blood curdle the guy, right? He could just fucking stop him directly via his blood. Anyways, yeah, we go now to the forest camp arc, right? Forest training arc. They're all on the bus. They just chilling. Every girl is on Izuku, like near Izuku, right? Like right beside him and in front of him. And all the boys are like jealous of him, instead, except of like Todoroki is like a bit, but Bakugo is not at all. Like not at all. Like 0% basically. Aizawa says, we're about to arrive, and they all leave the bus, and they say, wait, where is the camp? And they say, right there is the camp. He says like, right there is the camp, and he shows like, I don't know, like 2-3 kilometers away, and then a person appears, right? Like the let me check her name, because I don't know to remember it. What was her quirk, honestly? Wait a bit. My Hero Academia wiki. Earth Flow was her quirk. Let me see. Ryuko? Yeah, okay, the cat girl, okay? She basically comes and she throws them out, right? From the cliff. Then she summons a whole lot of like thingies, like golems, but like it's not gonna do anything to Izuku and his girls, right? He just opens a portal, they go there instantly, they win #1 place. Easy shit. Like literally teleporting is basically the best fucking power, honestly, because like you don't have to waste your time with like moving, like that, like what the fuck. Anyways, they arrive, like they're too fucking early, because like the girls and the guy were like preparing the food, and they say, what? How are you so early here? They say, and he says, I just teleported here. Wait, what? You have teleportation quirk? Yeah, and I have a strength quirk. What? You have double quirk? Yeah. I know that was quite fast, but like I didn't give a fuck really. So yeah, Izuku and his girls basically help with like preparing the food, because Izuku has learned to cook via YouTube videos and some cook guides, and the shopkeeper, he has taught him a bit while he was like helping him with like his studies for a UA entrance exam. and he knows how to cook very, very well. And they cook, and then after like 5 hours, 6 hours, everyone arrives, and it's already night, right? They go to eat, they all eat. They say, oh my god, that's fucking perfect, this food is fucking good, who made it? And they say it was mostly Izuku. Bro, you're so good at everything you fucking do, how do you do that? And Izuku's like, I don't know, I just do it. Like, you just have to believe in yourself, I guess. And yeah, they go to the bath, and Izuku looks at Mineta like funnily, like not funnily. What the fuck is funnily? He looks at Mineta intensely, and Mineta's like scared. Bro, please, I just want to see some titties, please, and shit, right? Yeah, please, I want to see some titties. And Izuku says, "Fuck no, you ain't doing that. The moment I see you climbing up that wall, I will fucking kill you, okay? So don't do that." Because like everyone is kind of like respecting Deku, but they know he could fucking kill everyone, okay? So Mineta just chills the fuck out, even if he's horny as shit. He chills the fuck out. And Korra doesn't fall. So Izuku does not learn about like his family and shit. Later. Wait, was the food after the bath? I guess it was, huh? I don't give a fuck. Later, basically Madeleine, I don't like the other cat girl. Basically, she makes food for Korra because he didn't eat that time, when they were all eating, because he was like anxious or something, I don't know. And she tells to Izuku to bring that to Korra, right? He brings that to Korra, and Korra says, Go away! I don't like heroes like you. My family were heroes, and they died while helping other people. He says something like that in the anime, right? Yeah, he says that, and Izuku says, "Do you think heroes just do it to help people?" No, fuck, I'm dumb. Do you think heroes do it for the funsies? No, we do it to help people. To help a person like you who cannot help themselves. We save them. We save their lives. We save their family. That's what heroes do. And Korra is like a bit like inspired and shit. He's touched because Izuku is like got the aura of a god, okay? And then suddenly Muscular appears. Wait, how the fuck does Muscular appear? Let's say just another fucking villain takes over the League of Villains, okay? Like a small fry type of villain. Basically, Muscular appears. He tries to he like does his scary shit. Oh, you're the kid and shit. You're the kid that the leader wants or something. And Izuku says, "Go fuck yourself." Honestly, I'm talking to the guy right here. I'm trying to help him, and you fucking spawn in like a fucking creeper, creeping up to a little child. You fucking piece of shit. He just teleports to a Muscular, makes a Muscular arm because he saw he had the same quirk as him. Thanks for the quirk, and he says like literally he says to Muscular, thanks for the quirk, and he punches him, and he's fucking flown like 3 kilometers away, and he didn't even use like a lot of power, like 10% max. Anyways, Korra and Izuku literally says to Korra like, go on my back, we're gonna fly right now. Wait, what do you mean? And Izuku just turns his arms into like the first bird he transformed into, and he just flies up. He flies towards the other people, right? He goes and he goes and he goes, and he finally like leaves Korra with Aizawa, and he goes to help the others. Okay, so now basically he's flying towards the others to help them, and because I genuinely don't fucking remember what happens in this like plot point and shit, and ChatGPT is too fucking stupid to help me, we're going to say, because I kind of remember it but not really, we're going to say that Izuku flies towards Ochako Araka and Suyu Asui, right?
where they're fighting who? You might be asking? Toga. Yes. We are going to have another moment of Izuku being there is God. So anyways, he goes up to them, right? They say, he says, "Are you okay?" And they say, "Yeah, we're fine." They see Toga like she's coming out of the shadows, and she says, "Whoa, you look so good. I wanna drink your blood." And Izuku says, "Come and do it. Like, you can do it if you want to. I don't give a fuck." Because he kind of got a crush on me, you get me? And kind of Izuku like sweet talks Toga, and she just turns on the villains, and she becomes a kind of like anti-hero, kinda not, because someone accepted her as her, and like she loves Izuku right now, and Izuku loves her. So yeah. And like she's fine with him having 2,563 girlfriends and shit. So is every other girl. So yeah. Anyways, they all go to Dabi. They beat the shit out of him. He has like made fire, but he can just freeze it. And they see that he can freeze shit. Like his girls can like show that he has another quirk other than the two. And they say, what is that? I'm going to tell you later, okay? Because right now is not really a good time. They say, okay, that's fine. They help Bakugo. They go help like what's his name? The shadow guy. The shadow guy, yeah. And the tentacle guy. They go help them. He shines fire to the shadow, so it's like weakened. Then like he helps all the other students, and then they all win, okay? The villains are caught, and the only villain that's not really caught is Toga, because she's one of his women, okay? That's basically it for this arc. Okay, something I forgot to mention earlier is that while basically by he I mean Izuku, literally like stole the quirk of Stain and All for One, he literally impressed Mirko so much with his reason, his power and shit, that he got her number, right? So he can call her whenever he wants, right? So she's one of his girls now. So yeah, just to say that, because I forgot to say it earlier. Anyways, now we go to the provisional license exam, or the provisional hero license exam. Okay, I'm not even going to cover it. The only thing I'm going to cover is that Toga is basically enrolled in UA because they have to keep an eye on her, because she was an ex-villain and she needs education, so she goes to class 1A, so she has to do the provisional license exam as well. Anyways, the Kami, Kami, right? The illusion girl, she is there this time because Toga didn't like kidnap her or something. She gets raised the fuck up from Izuku. She's one of his girls now. Then the microscopic girl, like the girl that can fold into herself. She gets raised up by Izuku. She's his girl now. He got like 20 girls by this point. They all finished the provisional license exam. I'm not even going to cover it because it's too fucking boring, honestly. And yeah, Bakugo and Todoroki do like pass it this time because they're more chill and shit. And the wind guy from Tsuketsu High, I don't know how the fuck do you say that school name. He's not that angry at Todoroki, but because he's more chill. Like Todoroki says, "Chill the fuck out, bro. We're friends. We're not enemies. We're here to do the same thing. We might be competing, but we're not really competing. So chill the fuck out." Anyways, what's next? Now is the hero agency stuff, of which they have to choose a hero where they go to their agency for like more time or something to work experience kind of.
So what does he? Who does he choose? Let me think.
Yeah, I guess. Let's say he chooses the dragon hero, right? The woman that can transform into a dragon. Yeah, her. Basically, he chooses her, and they do their thing. He raises her up. He raises Nejire up, because why the fuck not? He got 2 more harem girls. You get me? Now what happens is basically Night Eye and Mirio go by themselves basically, and they find out about like Overhaul guy, and doing the things with Eri, the bullets, the Quark erasing bullets from with Eri. Yeah, okay, they find about that. They have the same interaction but a little bit different, of like Eri going up to Mirio and like hugging him and saying I don't want to leave, but like he lets her because he knows he's a villain and that he's powerful. So they call up a meeting, and a lot of heroes like go with Night Eye and Mirio, as well as the dragon hero and Izuku. And basically, because Izuku is there, no one is going to die. No one is going to lose their Quark, and everyone is going to be happy except the villains, okay? So they go to the lair, right? To Overhaul's lair, to his base, okay? They go there. Basically, Izuku just fucking punches the door, right? He punches the door. He teleports to the point where Overhaul is. He sees he copies his Quark, and what happens? He has the Quark Overhaul. Who would have thought that his villain name Overhaul would be his Quark? The same Quark as Izuku. And what happens when you have two of the same Quark? They evolve. So basically, Izuku's Quark evolved from Overhaul to, let's say, like transmutation. Let's call it transmutation, because why not? And now it's way more fucking powerful, and like it can do way more of things, and this time it doesn't have to be via hand touch, but it can be by any body part. So yeah, he's overpowered as shit now. Anyways, he saves Eri, he heals her with his Overhaul, and what happens is she's knocked out completely because of the torment that she's been going through, and he brings her back to UA. What happens next is that Izuku tells Aizawa, I want to adopt her. And I know that's kind of weird, but like I've seen it on a whole lot of like what ifs from like other like what ifers, you get me? Or like what if YouTubers, sorry. And it's kind of a good like thing to do. So like Izuku becomes more responsible and shit. So yeah, I guess they agree to it, but they do like have a discussion about it. Like fucking Eraser Red fucking shouts at him. What the fuck do you mean you want a kid at 16? You want to adopt a kid at 16? And like Izuku is like, bro, I live by myself, bro. I got the moolah, I got the fucking funding to help her, bro. And but like after like half an hour of arguing, they I guess agree to it. And what does Izuku do next is he greets Eri, and he tells her, hi, my name is Izuku Nomu, and I'm going to be your new, I guess, father. I have adopted you, and you're not going to be in any danger anymore, so yes sir. And he like gives her a thumbs up, right? And he says, oh well, that was kind of cringe there, wasn't it? And Eri like nods. Anyways, nice to meet you. And he gives his hand, right? She shakes it, and Izuku makes a copy of Eri's Quark, and he sees what it is.
Okay, so do you remember when I said like the doctor like gave him an extra quirk of like understanding his quirks and shit? Well, let's just change it right now, and let's say that it just makes, it's kind of a quirk analysis type of quirk. Okay, so any quirk that he has in his body type shit, he can like understand, you get me? So after Izuku like copies Air's quirk, he says rewind, like somewhere, like he's like shocked and shit, and he like shouts rewind, because like he understands that it's a fucking accumulation quirk that can fucking rewind shit. That's overpowered. And he thinks that little girl had that power, and that little fuckass made bullets out of her. I should have killed them earlier. And Deku says, I'm actually going to train you, Eri, because that quirk of yours could go out of hand, and it could have a whole lot of consequences, right? Like bad consequences. So for like, let's say like a month or two, he starts like training Eri with their quirk, I guess, because he has it as well, and he knows how to use it better than Eri could ever like know it, right? Because for some reason, let's just say that his like quirk analysis quirk that he has for his own quirks kind of has evolved as well with like all the quirks that he got, or like let's say that with him like stealing the all for one quirk, the quirk analysis quirk like got better and shit. So he knows basically how to use the rewind quirk in an advanced level of like power. So yeah, for like 2 months they train. Eri kind of gets the hang of it. Not really, but she kinda does. And yeah, so I believe right now is the basically the joint training arc of like, or like the joint fucking exam that the class 1A, class 1B do, yeah, of which Deku just teleports to All Might and he saves him. There's not really anything for him to like do other than just teleport up to him. It's the perfect movement skill, okay? Or like quirk. He just instantly wins, okay? Next arc is, I guess, Endeavor, where they go to Endeavor. We're just going to skip that. I don't give a fuck. And I guess that's basically it, because like the final war doesn't even happen, because all for one is dead. He got fucking killed by Deku. Kurogiri and Shigaraki are in Tartarus, like the prison, and basically all the other fucking villains are in prison except for Toga, obviously. So what happens now? I guess let's say like for the next year or two. Let's say he like comes out and like tells the class that he's a Nomu or something, because no one can touch him. Honestly, he's the strongest, no one can fucking do anything to him. He has imbued so many fucking quirks into his body directly and not as a quirk, that he can just destroy people with a fucking like 2% punch, honestly. Like he could just not use any power and he would be the strongest, okay? So even like an erasure quirks, or like the handcuffs that they give to that they use with the villains and shit, they just wouldn't work. He's just too strong and like fast thinking and shit, right? So he just tells everyone that he's a Nomu. He's like the thing that they fought in the USJ. He's like the thing that Endeavor fought with Hawks and shit. But he's like the perfected version, I guess. And then he escaped. He tells his whole story. He like found a house. He got a job, I guess. He got a house again. He bought a house, I guess. And then he went to UA type shit, right? Basically, what happens now is everyone like learns about that. They are chill because he was a fucking experiment of All for One. All Might fucking says, you said you killed All for One. And Izuku says like, yeah, I fucking killed that guy. He made me a monster, bruh. And All Might like kind of understands it, but like kind of gets why Izuku like feels kinda cool right now, cause like, damn bro, gave me superpowers, I'm gonna use them to the max even if I am kind of a monster. But like we might have to put you in jail, like All Might says, for killing people. And Deku says, who the fuck is gonna stop me, bro? Who the fuck is gonna stop me? I'm the strongest in the universe, in the world at least. Yeah, I guess you're right, All Might says. Anyways, like there is literally nothing to do other than just say that Deku just goes around the world saving motherfuckers and just copying quirks. Like he goes to America, he copies New Order. Like he goes to out fucking nowhere, he copies basically every quirk in the world. He has every single quirk in the world by, like, let's say 2-3 years later. And he is literally the strongest in the, I would say, even fucking galaxy. What happens next? I don't know. He becomes universal, okay? He like goes to other universes, he goes to Dragon Ball, I don't fucking know. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. It's like fucking off the dome, honestly. I did not script shit. All my other videos were scripted. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider leaving a like. And if you want me to make like other movies, please tell me in the comments, right? So with that said, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, Just to M out.